Hello and welcome back to Great North Gaming. It's great to have you with us today, and it's time to continue our Vancouver Canucks franchise mode. So, if you missed the last episode, I'll show you the playoff tree here. So, the Toronto Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup. We got eliminated in the first round by the LA Kings. 4-1 win. We didn't win a game on home ice. None of our top players really showed up. So we're going to talk about that in a second, but just going through the paths to the Stanley Cup. So Dallas went through mini Game 7, Colorado Game 7, Seattle they won 4-1, and then Toronto they beat they beat Florida 4-1, 4-0 against Tampa, 4-3 against Washington, and then they beat Dallas in 5 games to win the Stanley Cup. That's insane. Connor McDavid got eliminated in the first round on another Art Ross and Hart Memorial year. Nathan McKinnon won the Maurice, and Craig Berube won the Jack Adams, of course. And Vasilevsky won the Vezina. Conn Smythe went to Willie, and Demidov won the Calder, and James Norris went to Makar, of course. So, my plan for this team, I am willing to make some trades at the draft, like players that are not on no movement clauses. I am going to talk to these players in the draft to see if they'd be willing to move their no movement clauses, but these players are dependent on staying if Quinn Hughes wants to resign. So we're going to be able to find out come July 1st if Quinn Hughes wants to resign with this team. If he does not, if he says no to he does not want an extension, I am going to be trading Quinn Hughes. So I want to keep this somewhat realistic to real life, because considering if Quinn Hughes does not see this team as a team that can win a Stanley Cup, I think he was going to want to go play with his brothers or give himself the best opportunity to win. So if he does not want to extend with this team, we are going to trade Quinn Hughes. We will look at the New Jersey Devils. If he does want an extension, we will sign him, and he will be the captain of this team for the next 10 years, moving forward, like maybe even longer than that. But someone else I think I want to move off of is Thatcher Demko. So, he's 87, he's 35, but he has a contract kicking in next year. So I think it's the perfect time to move him. He didn't really have the greatest regular season. Playoff stats were abysmal. So I think Thatcher Demko is someone we want to move off of. I'm not saying Lankinen is our starter, but I think, we might have to take a step back this year to take 2 steps forward. And, if Quinn Hughes doesn't want to resign, then I think we go down the full rebuild route and try to get rid of as many of these players as possible and just start fresh with a new core with some of our prospects that we have, like Medvedev, Wallander, and I guess Lecker-Mackey. But even like someone like Phil Cheadle is someone I want to move off of. I don't like that cap hit. He's not like a top priority to trade right now, but like Pettersson, I think, is someone I want to move off of, but I don't know how we're going to make this trade happen. If we're going on a rebuild, are we going to have to retain like $2-3 million we obviously can't retain 50% for the next 7 years, but, can we make him an $8-9 million player? Is that more interesting to teams? So we'll have to take a look at that. But Pettersson's definitely someone I want to move off of. 11.6 for what he put up this year, 57 points, 5 points in the playoffs. No, he is on my radar to move. But I might wait on him closer to the draft or to free agency to move them. But we'll see if any of them are willing to move at the draft. So looking at the draft class quickly here before we hop into it. My scouting didn't do too hot this year, to be honest. Like, it really, I don't know if I did forget to send out the scout once, but I think I just need some more scouts. So I'm going to fire some AHL scouts and hire some more minor league scouts for next year. But we can do pretty well still. So let's hop into the draft here. I'll take care of my own trade block. Thank you very much. And the 2026 NHL entry draft is underway. Excuse me. So, Penguins have the first pick. So, let's look at offer trade. So, Elias Pettersson, start conversation. Clause option. Ooh, very convincing. Very risky to waive. Let's see if he'll give us a 3-team. He'll give us a 3-team no trade list. Okay, perfect. So let's just keep it rolling. Pettersson. Start conversation. Clause option. Very convincing. 3 teams. Let's get us 3 teams. Perfect. Brock Besser. Clause option. 3 teams. Perfect. This is awesome. They'll like never waive their no movement clause, but you can get them to give you some teams usually. Risky, very risky. Okay, perfect. That was risky, but Jake DeBrusk is willing to move. Okay. Tyler Myers. Clause option. 3 teams. There we go. So now we have a lot of flexibility on this team here. What about Lankinen? Lankinen doesn't want to move. Okay. But we can trade Demko. All right, so let's go to find a trade. Let's see if anyone has any trade offers for Thatcher Demko. No trades found. Okay. We're going to have to do this the hard way. So, I think this is a big splash and signaling that the team is going in a different direction. So, Thatcher Demko. I want to trade him to the East. Columbus. That could make some sense. Yeah, Jet Greaves. They have Rowinski. They got a good defensive core. They got a young forward core. Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense, actually. Thatcher Demko to Columbus. So they have the 8th. I think, would they trade the 8th straight up for Thatcher Demko? Probably not. That's way on their favor. Like, we can try it. Let's see. Rejected. Yeah, no way. All right. Let's see. Okay. Nothing they're willing to give up. Defensively. Matachuk. Okay, I'd like this guy back. Right wingers. Dumas. 2277 low elite. Add him onto the deal. And can I get a 3rd? No, not the third. What about Demko for Matachuk and Dumas? Rejected sufficient at all. Okay, what if I... Is that straight up? Far too off, okay. Okay, maybe Columbus isn't... We can come back to them. Montreal, even though they don't want him, that would kind of make sense. Montembeault is pretty good in this game. New Jersey. Maybe that would make sense. They want to make a move in net. Have a Thatcher Demko because they have two aging goaltenders. They just got eliminated in the first round. That could make some sense. So what would you have here? High top four, Salviev. Okay. Add him on the deal. I could take a goalie back. Take Brennan back. Thatcher Demko for Silviev and Brennan. Rejected. What about a first round pick? Really? Thatcher Demko's value is not that high. Philly? Okay. No way that's going to go through. Gavin McKenna goes to Pittsburgh. Verhoff goes to Chicago. That's going to be sick for Bedard. All right. We got to find a trade here for Thatcher Demko. Okay. This would make sense because they don't have a goalie. Not willing to give up any prospects. Not for next year. How about... Okay, so we got a Toronto first for next year. May not be a good pick, but I think this is the right move. Let's just get some assets back. All right. Forbert. Yeah, he's just going to walk. All right. So Pedersen, who would you want to be traded to? Chicago, Philly, or San Jose? Myers. Boston, LA, Montreal. Besser. Boston, LA, Montreal, Connor Garland. Okay, what about a fine trade for Connor Garland? Find a trade. All right, we got some offers here. So Ryan Strome, a third, and Moat, no. Vetrano, no. Sharon Govich, a third and a sixth. No, I don't like any of those options. All right, let's try to find a home for Connor Garland. Where are you, buddy? It's time for you to move. Definitely to a contending team. That would be a good move for Toronto. They just won the Stanley Cup. Get another good player for their wing. Give me Easton Cowan back. Matt Nice. They wouldn't trade him. So I would want like Easton Cowan. And something else, right? Like skaters matching block. What about defenseman? Like and a Danford. Like I would want both those players for Connor Garland. Is that realistic though? Probably not. I gotta add something if I'm gonna get those two prospects. They just came off a Stanley Cup, so they're obviously gonna want to add to this team. Brock Besser, no. O'Connor. O'Connor does want to go. DeBrusk. Oh, DeBrusk wants to go to Toronto. Okay, that could be big for them. We could take back. Is there any bad contracts on this team that could help them get rid of? David Camp? No, he doesn't want to come here. Doesn't want to come here. Steven Lorentz. I'll take that back. And 5th and a 6th. All right, so Connor Garland and Jake DeBrusk for Easton Cowan, Ben Danford, Steven Lorentz, 5th and a 6th. Will it go through? Trade accepted. Whoa, that's a big time trade there. What do you think about that, Vancouver fans? Maybe that's not quite realistic, but Toronto just won a Stanley Cup. To add two massive players like that, Jake DeBrusk and Connor Garland to that core, oh my God, they might go for a repeat. So we definitely added some youth to this team. I'm going to wait on Brock Besser for right now because we got him signed, and that's not a horrible contract with the cap. No, those guys are good. Centers. Pedersen. Where would you want to go? Chicago, Montreal. It would have to be like a Chicago. To go and play with Connor Bedard. We can't screw them. Like, yeah, they can take on the cap, but that's unfair. So we will retain. Yeah, $2 million seems fair. 2.5. I think that seems fair. I do want to make a move. I know I said I was going to wait till the trade deadline, but I wasn't expecting all of them to waive. So, Lev Shunov, no. I would want a center back. Vondell. I think Vondell. No. It would have to be Nazar. Or Nazar, sorry. Nazar. Kurchinski. Okay, what about that? Pedersen for Nazar and Kurchinski at 2.5 retain. So that would make him a $9 million player. Will that go through? Far too off. Okay, maybe a draft pick. Let's get some depth picks next year. Far too off. It just locked him up. So that doesn't really make sense. So they want to keep him around. So what about Fundell? And we add to this. Pedersen. He wants to go to Chicago. Okay. Let's send the Pedersens to Chicago together. So Fundell. And then can I get Krasinski as well? That seems fair. 2.5 retain. What if we switch that out for a 4th and a 7th? We're clearly making Chicago better. Like, we're adding an 87 forward, 86 defenseman to that young team. Anton Fundell, he was a 3rd overall pick, so yeah, that kind of makes sense. That's a big give. And that's not even enough. Cheeto can stay. Myers, no. What if I add a 4th? All right. So let's go to Montreal then. Montreal. So this would make sense too. They need a 2C. And we'll retain 2.5. It's not really going to hurt us for the next, like, maybe it's going to hurt us. But we can hopefully save some contracts over the next 7 years. Let's send the Petersons together. Let's keep them on the same team just to... Oh, he doesn't want to go there. Never mind. All right. They want Pedersen. That makes sense. A second line center. Eighteenth. That's not going to go through. Can maybe get a first. Anyone? There's some prospects here. What about a Rhinebacker? Rhinebacker, because they have a good defensive core. And then... and Hag. What about Rhinebacker and Hag for Pedersen? Sweeten it just a touch. Okay. I think this is actually a really good trade. We're getting so much money off of our books here. We still have some sort of team. A 5th round pick. Trade accepted. There we are. So, the Vancouver Canucks are looking a lot different now. So our forwards, when we sort by overall, we have Besser, we have Kane, Shearwood, Chittle, O'Connor, Hollinger, Lekermacki, Bluger, Ratty, Yeah, it's not looking good. But we can make some signings. We can make some trades. Like, we still have a good defensive core. We still have Lankinen. So I think, yeah, we might be taking a step back this year, but I think we can take 2 steps forward next year. So let's get up to our draft pick here. So first round, there's no one. Charlie Murrin. I'm going to take this gem here. Wow. That's not good. Did we miss out on anyone, though? I don't think so. All right, let's head to the next round. Alrighty, second round draft pick here. Sell. There's no way he's high elite. I'm tempted. We don't need a defenseman. Let's try it. William LaSalle. High elite? What? 70 overall. How did he not go in the first round? That's crazy. All right, well, now we have 2 goaltending prospects. 2 great goaltending prospects. Fourth round here. Common. Sure, you know what? Medium elite. Let's try it. Low top 6. All right for the 4th round. Got a low elite here. Let's take this guy. I hate this part. When you have the last pick. 58 low elite, not bad. We got a 6th round pick here. Let's just sort by potential here. There's no one here. Sure, let's try this guy. Medium 70. All right. We definitely need to do some more scouting next year. And last pick of the draft, let's just go with this guy here. Nothing. And that's it for the NHL injury draft. All right, so let's hop into the re-sign phase. Alrighty, boys, so we're in the re-sign phase here. So we have $39 million, almost $40 million in cap space. So if there's someone big in free agency, which I don't think there should be, we can make a big move. So goaltenders, yep, we have Lankinen, Meldiev. Let's get rid of this guy here. LaSalle, let's sign him right now. Perfect. So we have a medium elite and a high elite goaltender. 73 and 78, both 18 years old. That's great for our future. Of course, Vancouver with 2 goaltending prospects. Defense, Quinn Hughes. We got to see if he wants to sign. Pedersen, Myers, Forbert. You can just go. We can find like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, yeah, Joseph can just hop in. 1.8. Are you good defensively? Yeah, you're all right. We have the money, so let's just... He's 26, so... Let's see, 1.750. Because he could be a good bottom 6 guy for the future. This guy, 24, high elite. Why do you want some? Maybe he's going to jump up. We'll sign him for 1-year deal. That's fine. That can be buried in the minors. Get off the team. So So defense of the future is definitely looking bright. Let's clean up the roster here. Medium top 6, 66, 19. Nah, you're going to be nothing. Nah, you can go. But if you look at our defense of the future, we have Reinbacker, we have Wallander, we have Danford, we have Morrison. So we have a good defense of the future, even if Quinn Hughes doesn't want to stick around. And then we also have Hronek, which he's good for the next 7 years, so he could stick around. Took care of everyone here, right? Yeah. Right wingers. Lekermacki. So now we have Lekermacki and Cowan and Besser. So you can go 23. Yeah, you can come back. Sure, you can. These guys can get paid well. We have the cap. Easton Cowan. 72-23. Nah. Just cleaning up the roster here. Left wingers, Evander Kane and Kiefer Sherwood. So Evander Kane, I wouldn't mind bringing you back. And you want decent money, so I would pay you to stick around on this team. $4 million for 1 year. Kiefer Sherwood is someone I'd like to keep as well. I would give you 3.7, 3.8. Give these guys a little bit of a payday. See if they want to stick around. Bloom. No, you're nothing. Centers. Luger is definitely someone I want to keep. Yeah, I'll give you that. Perfect. He's so good defensively. Good on, perfect, depth or fourth line center. That's fine. Assassins, get off the team. Hag, let's sign this guy. So now we got another center prospect, which is good, with Coots. So hopefully these guys can turn into some good forwards for us. We can even play them in the NHL next year. Let's get them moving here. Because our center core is looking weak. So let's advance a day. Joseph's back, Kane's back, Kiefer Sherwood's back. He wants to test free agency. I would give Kiefer Sherwood the same contract I gave Evander Kane, but I'd be willing to give you 3 years. No. Okay, Kiefer Sherwood wants to go to free agency. We'll let that happen. And then I looked at the scouts, and the only scouts that are expiring are some AHL scouts, but I'm going to be firing our AHL scouts anyways. For right now, I want to be more focused on the drafting, so let's have as many scouts as we can in the amateur scouts. Let's keep these for right now because we want to scout for potential, but coaching staff, do we want to make a move? I think for right now we'll leave it. We can definitely make some moves to our AHL coaches. Yeah, so let's fire our AHL coaches right now. This guy can stay. He's got A- teaching. I think we can even find a better. Yeah, let's find some better goalie coaches. You can usually find an A+ goalie coach. And Sin, I kind of like you. We'll look at that in free agency. So let's sim up to free agency here. Yes, we fired our coaches. All right, so we're in free agency here. So let's take a look at who's available. Alrighty, so take a look at free agency here. Thomas Harley, he'll be restricted. And Malkin. Okay, so there's no one really big available. Boone Jenner really wants to come here. That might be someone we want to sign. But the big question mark, Quinn Hughes, he does not want to resign. All right. So let's go find a trade for Quinn Hughes. Oh, this is a sad day. Quinn Hughes does not want to re-sign with the team. That sucks. So let's go take a look at New Jersey. Well, obviously not giving up Jack Hughes. I think you would want, you'd want Nico Hischier back. I know that's crazy, but that's definitely the player you want back with that deal. So Nico Hischier, throw him in the deal. Defenseman. Dougie Hamilton isn't someone that we would want back. Nemec. 80-22. If we play this guy, he could grow. So I think a Simon Nemec. I would need your first. And Saliev. All right. This is the offer for Quinn Hughes. So he's going to go join his brothers in New Jersey. In return, we're going to be getting Nico Hischier. We're going to get Simon Nemec, 2 first-round picks, and Anton Silviev. Anton Silviev. All right. I don't know if this is going to go through or not, but we're going to see. So Quinn Hughes, is he going to go join his brothers? Will it go through? Trade accepted. Quinn Hughes is now going to go play with Jack and Luke. Oh my God. And we just added to our team. You know, we just got our first line center. He doesn't want to resign, but we can. Let's see if we can charm him. Okay. It's a good sign. All right, let's talk about the organization. Okay, that didn't help. Let's see. Let's see if he wants. All right. That didn't help. We got to get this done. Eight years, 12.85. Let's see if we can get him cheaper. That's not going to work. Let's try 12 million by 12 by 8. All right. So I'm not really interested in signing any free agents. We're clearly on the rebuild now. Oh, what? They lost their... So I guess they lose their waiving when... After that. Okay, so let's see if we can get Nico Hischier signed here. So we're going on the full-on rebuild now with Vancouver. All right, Nico Hischier, you pesky man. You're going to be the face of the franchise. How about 12.5? This might end up being a similar thing that happened with Carolina and Mikko Rantanen. 13 by 7. There we go. Nico Hischier has been signed. A little bit more than what I wanted, but, you know, let's talk to him in the offseason to work on his puck skills, to boost up that. Or let's just get him to work on defense to boost up his overall. I think that would be good. Nico Hischier. Offseason, defensive. Yeah, I know it almost comes naturally to you, but... So I will go through and do some coaching conversations there, but let's take a look at our team and see what we want to add for next year. So Lankinen can be our starter, that's fine. We can sign a backup. I want our... Yeah, unless one of them jumps up, which I don't think they will jump up that much. So we should sign a backup. Defensively, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nemec, yeah, I definitely want to be playing you. Reinbacker, I want to be playing in Wallander. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're good for defensemen. Forwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11, 12. So some depth forwards would be a good thing. So let's do what's still available here. Grizzlick, no. Forwards, let's just look at that. Brendan Saad. Sure, we'll bring you in for... Because I am going to play some rookies. Yeah, that's true. What about forwards? In the system, yeah, Cowan, Hag, and Coots I want to be playing, so that's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, honestly, we're good. But we can just look at free agents, and we can just sign some two-way players just to fill out our AHL team. Just sign a bunch of these guys, that's fine. Sign this guy. That should be good. And then goaltenders. All overall, Cam Talbot, Jonathan Quick. Let's sign Quick. All right, we still have $30 million in cap space, so that's a concern. Let's look at contracts. Yeah, I think I want to sign at least... I need to sign some cap space on this team. So 1-year deals. Just for the cap space. Gotta spend some money. Corey Perry, sure, you can come and teach the youngins. We gotta spend money. Even if these guys want to play in our AHL team, I don't care. And we'll just... Is there anyone here? All right. Cam Talbot, let's just run a 3-goalie system, just for fun. I gotta spend some money here. All right, let's advance a day here, see. Reject it. Reject it. How much cap space do we have? 24 million? I think we should be good, and it won't mess up anyone's contracts. All right, so let's hop to the start of the regular season. And I'm going to do the coaching conversations as well. And yeah, we'll bring it back. Alrighty, guys, so we're up here at the start of the regular season, so we can go and edit our lines and get it set up for the next episode where we're going to go through the regular season, and we'll bring it up to the, if we're probably not going to be a playoff team, so we'll bring it up to the draft, and then we'll start it over again. So Medvedev, he's playing down in the AHL or in the OHL. So both these guys are doing another year in junior. I think that's probably for the best. Yeah, we have 2 goaltenders here, so that's fine. Defensemen, Hronik, Pettersson, Myers, Riemsdyk. All right. I want Reinbacher. Yeah, I want Wallander, and I want Danford. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we can trade away Philip Meyer, or we can Tyler Myers, sorry. So we can flip Tyler Myers. So I want to play all of our young guys this year in the NHL. Forwards, let's take a look at that. In the system. Ratty, yeah, he can definitely come up. Mueller, I want to play. Oh, no, it's not Mueller. Talon, I want to play. Hag, I want to play. Coots, I want to play. So Steven Lorentz, Corey Perry, David Perron, you can go down. Sonny Milano, you can go down for Coots. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, yeah, so we got our forwards here, but we got to send someone else down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 2 forwards got to go down. Anthony Mantha, you can go down. And then Luger, I like for the... honestly, we need centers. That's... let's just send down Gustav Nyquist for now. I just signed him more for the cap space than anything. He can be some depth for us. Because I want to play our young guns. So, first line... so let's do... Hag's going to be on the second line. Then you have Lekamaki up on the first line there. We're going to move Besser down so he can play there. Hollinger. Coots is two-way forward. Hag a playmaker? No, two-way forward. Oh, Cowan. Let's just do this. And Cowan can just play the left. So then we can go Hollinger, or we can go Kane, Hag, and Besser. And then we can go Coots, Chittle, and Hollinger. And then Pfluger, O'Connor, and Ratu. All right, so we'll get our young guys in there. Hopefully give them the best opportunity to score and grow. Defensively, actually Nemec needs the most ice time because he's 22. I want him to grow now. Perfect. That should be good. I'm just going to put Nemec in everywhere. Just because I want him playing the most, I really want him to grow. There we go. And then goaltenders. Alrighty. So that's going to be your year 2, 2026-2027 Vancouver Canucks. So we are going on the rebuild. But obviously, Landon DuPont would be sick for this defensive team, but I'm not banking on that. I want to play our young guns, really see what we got this year. Who knows, maybe we can make the playoffs. I've seen crazier things happen, but I think it'll be a good year for rookie development. And then in the AHL, we got some depth down here, but none of our real rookies are playing, which is good. So that's going to be it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and have a great day. Peace.